everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Venya and today I want to share some tips and tricks with you on how to keep your room or your flat organized and clutter-free and tidy all around. Keeping your room tidy is all about having good habits or starting to develop good habits. In the beginning, it is very difficult to keep your room tidy. So I would suggest starting with one of these tips and then slowly but surely adding more of them into your routine. And at some point, it just becomes natural to you and you won't even leave the house or your flat or your room without having done those steps. Or you won't go to bed without having done or completed those steps. So the first thing that I would recommend is that you make your bed every single day. Like me, if you are like me and you only have one room to yourself, then you will know that the bed is most of the time the center of attention because it's a very prominent place in the room and it takes up a lot of space. So the first thing to make your room appear more tidy than it maybe actually is to make your bed as soon as you get up in the morning. A tidy bed equals a tidier room. So my second tip would be to put all your clothes away, your dirty ones and the clean ones. There is nothing untidier or messier than piles of clothes everywhere, on the floor, on the sofas, on the bed, on the chairs. So I suggest to have only 3 places where clothes go. First, they go on your body and the clothes that you wear. The second is they go back into your closet as soon as they're cleaned or if you want to wear them again. And the third place for laundry to be is in the laundry basket or in the laundry or wherever you have a place to put them. There is no such thing as the infamous chair where you just throw your clothes and then you don't know what's on top, what's underneath, and you totally forget about some of the clothes that you own. So one of the things you have to remember, there's no such thing as the chair. Another tip of mine that I have, and that kind of goes along with the making your bed thing, is to rearrange your decor items and your decorative things in your room. For example, I've got curtains and every time before I leave the room and in the process of making my bed, I make sure that all the curtains are pulled back and hang neatly. So it makes a huge difference to a room and it looks like you actually cared about what you're doing. Same goes for decorative articles, just put them back where they belong and everything looks nice and tidy. Also, make sure that when you enter a room that the area that people first look at or that you first look at is tidy. This gives you a huge feeling of comfort and welcome, as if you go into your room and the first thing you see is a big mess. So always make sure that the area that you look at when you come into your room first is tidy and organized, or just the way you want to. If you want it messy, then yeah. My fourth tip to keep things looking tidy and more organized is not to use open baskets or boxes to store things in. First of all, they collect a lot of dust and you have to clean them out quite often. If you don't do that, they seem messier and unorganized, more unorganized than they really are. And secondly, they do not look neat and tidy. I have this very basket of shame where I just throw stuff in and I don't actually know what's in there, but let me get this. This is it. I love this basket. A friend gave this to me, but I have no idea what's inside and I just throw stuff on top because I can, because it's open and there is no lid or anything I have to pick up. So there's less kind of a mental barrier that keeps me from just piling up my stuff in it. Whereas several other boxes that I have, I only put the things in it that really belong into it. And that brings me to my next point, is to give each item a place. As I said, it's a process and you might not have a place for each item in the beginning, but create areas in your room that are only dedicated to one special item. For example, this shelf is for books, this is for boxes, this is for school or university stuff. This is for games, this is for clothes, this is for my laptop, this is... You get the gist of what I'm saying. And what comes with giving each item a place is putting the item back into the place where it belongs. Not immediately, of course. If you're using something, then I always put my stuff on my desk. But in the end, every evening before I go to sleep, I put all the things away and back into their place.
So these are just a few clips of how my room looked a few months ago before I started minimizing and adapting these habits that I just told you about. And this is what it looks now. To me, it looks a lot more inviting and welcoming. Especially my desk, I can work at it now in comparison to before, where it was just a place to dump things.
So that was it from me. I hope you found these tips helpful and that you could see the difference that just a few habits make on a day-to-day basis. I hope you're having a great day. See you in the next one. Bye.